There we go. And is this thing on? Yeah, it seems to be working. It's your boy Vessiah 40, the Villain Gamer, and this is the channel where we talk mental health and play video games. Because why not? This is Season 3, Episode 26, and I am joined by who? The beautiful ITJ Charms OTVW, and my occasional co-host and crazy entertainer, Chi Chi the dog. I see you guys in the building. I appreciate you guys for being here early. We have a interview coming to you guys shortly. Majin X Chew in the building. We got your mama's lips, aka Shada. We got Trauma the villain, Wallaby Beatles. Don't think I didn't see you. Any RIP in the building. We got my girl Light in the building. I appreciate you guys for being here. How are we feeling? Yes, sir. I love to see all the hype. I feel good. And just for you guys today, I am wearing the Bailey is my role model wrestling shirt. Yes. Guys, we are out here. We have another interview. I will be interviewing, guys. Let's talk about the streamer. I'm not going to go into details too much because I want this man to have the opportunity to be able to say what he wants to say and speak how he needs to speak. But, yes, as I was saying before, we will be interviewing the one and only legendary Bennytwoblades. Now, what got me interested in watching Benny and wanting to stream Benny is, I said stream, interview Benny, was the energy that he displayed when he's streaming. So if you guys have had the opportunity to ever catch him stream, I've watched him stream Dead by Daylight on a few occasions. If you guys have had the opportunity to watch him stream Dead by Daylight, you will know that this man dresses up and does cosplay and really provides an energy when he's playing the killer. And it is just a very entertaining and funny show. He also plays Call of Duty. I'm not even trying to just press him into a box, but my favorite part of his platform is Dead by Daylight. So yes, guys, I would definitely, if you have the opportunity, tune into the streamer Bennytwoblades and just, enjoy some good time and some good content. Now, without further ado, guys, I know you guys are looking at the screen. We got my boy Bennytwoblades in the building. Benny, how are you feeling today, my friend?
Oh man, I'm good. Good. It's just hot down here. How about you? How's it going on your end of the world?
Very hot here as well. We are dealing with 90 and better on a daily basis because it's summer here. Ooh. So I am hoping that this weather gets a little bit cooler pretty soon. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I already know. I already know.
My favorite holiday. I mean, it's my favorite holiday. My favorite season.
Right. Let's pull up here. Okay. Yeah, we're hitting well over. Well, we had a mild day today of about 96 with humidity, in the upper 60s. So it's swampy here.
I can only imagine, bro. Before we get into the interview, though, would tell the audience about yourself. Everything you're doing on Twitch and things like that.
Well, I'm a HVAC mechanic during the day. So, just I got into that about 10 years ago. Kind of fell backwards into it. Just some of my family friends, they were in it's a union gig. So they just were like, hey, do you want a job? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then here I am 10 years later. So, but as far as Twitch, just get on and have some fun and meet new people, all that kind of stuff, and just, keep it kind of light.
Love to hear it, man. I love to hear it. I was just telling everybody shortly before you came in here that one of the things that I enjoyed from your platform and still do is Dead by Daylight streams. Those are like a highlight. They're entertaining. They're really funny. And when you get into character, I think it just makes for some very good content. I was telling the audience, I really think they need to check you out. So again, my brother, just keep that up.
I need to get back on that. It's been a while since I've played that. I did enjoy doing the different characters. I need to bring back Pennywise if I can find the stuff for that.
Yes, please do, man. Please do. I'm telling everybody, it's good content. It's awesome. Like that makes people want to play Dead by Daylight because you can get so much entertainment out of it. People just think it's just a basic and forward game, but people are really bring the game out of it and make it fun. So it's like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man.
If you got a good crowd, yeah. The cosplay thing wasn't really intentional. We do a big Halloween thing at my house every year, and like the kids, they call my house Mike Myers' house because I, get in everything and scare the crap out of them, and we got a real spooky scene. And then I wanted to take it further. I had a lot of more ideas. I don't know why I got away from it. It was just, I think for a little bit I was kind of. Actually, I know some people that I knew in real life found out about it and started telling people, and you know how that goes. I'm this person at work that's nothing like on here, where you can let
Hmm.
loose and stuff, and they're like, this guy's crazy. So
People always try to judge what they don't understand. And you know what I'm saying?
I
Sometimes people are just, we have to put the image on that what we put on when we're at work because it's we're serious and
oh
we're
yeah,
not able to be ourselves 100% of the time, and then we get to be ourselves. Things like what we see on your channel come out, and people are not prepared for it. But I think again,
uh,
that's just what makes you a cool individual and just somebody I think people really need to tune in and pay attention to and watch.
oh
Um,
yeah.
Guys, before I even get into the interview as well, my boy Benny is actually the one that presented me with the interview idea a long time ago. He should have been the first guest, but you know how scheduling and things go and happen. But I'm happy that we have him here today. Before we also start talking, I just want to acknowledge the chat. I see you in the building, super bad. I hope all is well with you and the family, man. Yes, it has definitely been a minute. Dead Violet, I appreciate the lurk. I appreciate you being here. K Pig, I appreciate you being here. Jasmine, appreciate you for being here. Trauma as well. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. We are going to give you guys some good content with this interview. Just, make sure that you guys are paying attention like you do to all interviews. We're just gonna 5 personal questions and 5 mental health questions. Yes, Benny, we're gonna do 5 personal questions and 5 mental health questions. I like to start with the
All right.
personal first, so people get to
Okay.
I get to highlight the streamer and just kind of give people a little bit of an understanding of who you are, and then we'll move on to my bread and butter, which is the mental health. But again, man, I am happy that you are here, sir. Thank you.
It's good to be
I'm
here. I
eternally
appreciate you
grateful.
inviting me.
Of course. All right. First question. What do you
Okay.
hope to get out of Twitch?
I don't even know, man. I guess everybody when they start, they're like, "Oh, it'd be so cool to." You see all these big streamers, and get on a level like that, and then reality hits, and it's like, okay, the likelihood of just like blowing up is it's just not there. So then I really went more into just like I went through a lull period actually of where I was like, why am I even doing this? It's not productive. And I talked to my wife about it, and she was like, "Well, do you like doing it?" And I said, "Well, yeah, it makes me happy. It's fun. I like to play the games anyway." So she was like, "Well, then just keep doing it." And so I just kept doing it. And if it grows, awesome. If not, I clip stupid things and send them to my friends. That's I don't have any real big expectations anymore at this point.
I respect it. I respect it. I think, like Jasmine wrote in the chat, really blowing up and hoping that something comes out of Twitch is a very big expectation. And
Hmm.
as content creators, we definitely have those high and low periods where we feel like, why the hell are we doing this? We've been putting our time and effort, we're making the connections, and we're not seeing the fruits of our labor some days. And sometimes it's hot, some days it's not. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh yeah.
I'm happy that you're able to have found a peaceful place in it where you're just doing it, just for the entertainment. It's not affecting you mentally, which I think kind of gets to the point where it's taking the fun out of what you're doing here. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the big thing too. Is just when you aren't having fun with something, you put off that energy of I'm not having fun with this anymore, and you lose your love for it or whatever, and people can feel that. And then if you're looking at the viewer count, that's you're gonna it's going to drive you nuts. But
Absolutely.
when you stop having fun, that's where you need to maybe take a step back, take a break, because come to find out there's they talk about creator exhaustion and all that stuff, and that's a real thing, come to find out.
I can understand that. Trust me. I took a 2 month hiatus from streaming this year. I just felt like it was becoming more of a chore than something that I just wanted to do for fun. And once you
Hmm.
put a schedule on it, it becomes really serious. And that's just one of those things I didn't want to take on at that time. So I completely understand. Looking at the chat, Slurpy T, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Jasmine, your community can definitely tell when you aren't having a good one. Absolutely. I mean, trust me, me and my community, we talk in the mental health section all the time, and they kind of, hit me up in my DM personal message just to make sure I'm all right. It kind of just put me back in order when I feel things aren't going the way I want them to go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be stressful. Just to elaborate on what we were just talking about, Benny, what challenges have you experienced trying to be a streamer?
uh which ones? I guess the initial part of it is talking, and especially when you have no one that's watching, it's like, just staying, not having the dead air, I guess is what they call it. That's a big challenge. And then two was just, just letting go and having fun with it, and not, like I said, having huge expectations. Just do it because you like to do it. You know, if you have five people that are in chat every time and you're having fun, then you're ahead of the game as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think one of the things I tell people here on the channel is, for me, it's about how the chat is flowing and how everybody is talking. So I can have a stream of three people talking to me about the mental health topic that I'm presenting for the week, and I'm good as long as the chat flowed and we got something going for the day. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I understand that with just passing time, as I continue to as you hone the craft, the viewers just come. You know what I'm saying? So, that's not it's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, okay. Our third question: what would you say is your favorite part of Twitch?
Uh, I would say it would probably be meeting people. I've got people that I've never met in real life that I'm closer to than my, what you want to call an IRL friend, or people that you see regularly. So it's more of just like, the connections and getting to meet people, just doing something you like to do, and then it's then you can, like I said, just make clips of stupid stuff, and just, I don't know, I like making friends, and meeting people, talking to them, just that's just the most enjoyable part for me.
Absolutely, making them connections, meeting nice people, and just genuine energy. I love it. I love it. And it's as where the next question I am going to ask you is about Discord, but Discord is just one of those places that you find different communities of streamers to connect with. And I found that as a useful hub for me, at least, just with connecting with people.
Yeah.
I'm not a personal fan of Discord. I don't really like Discord. I prefer the streaming, the physical hands-on, just content creation of it all. But I know that it is beneficial, at least when wanting to communicate with others. So that brings me to the fourth question. What are your thoughts on Discord?
So initially, before I made the move to PC, I was really not a fan of Discord, because I hate group chat text messages where there's like 20 people in there and your phone's blowing up all the time.
Right.
But as I got to using it and stuff like that, I was like, man, this is, you can put different channels that, and then you end up just finding, misfit toys like yourself that all come in there, and, seeing the memes or just like people picking at each other. That's just, I like it for that. And then I do like you know, the ability to call, or, voice channels, things like that. It's pretty diverse. I wish that they would open up some of the features, um, and you know that I don't know if you've looked at how they have different tiers of like you could pay whatever you want and get all these features, and it's just like I could never see myself getting on the top tier. I think I'd do like a nitro booster or something, but
Hmm.
some of it's overkill to me. But I like it. It's a lot better to me than like Xbox Party Chat or group text messages or like a Facebook group message where it's like you can't even keep up because if two people are talking about their favorite ice cream, if something important is 20 messages up and you're like you miss it.
Right. Okay, looking at the chat talking about Discord, Slurpy T said, Discord is crucial for me as it's my communication. My boy Sweo in the building, yes sir. I believe Discord is a make or break. It depends on how people communicate with one another, if at all. Sweo, you are absolutely right. One of the things that I'm in the Cross and Sword Discord, actually, and one of the things I enjoyed about it in the past was community game night. That was one of the highlights for me. It brought a bunch of different people and different people from I gotta say different because we were all around different personalities and energies, and we played different games together. That was probably the
Oh yeah.
highlight for me because even in Discord now, I don't really see anyone doing that in their Discord. They may try to plan something, but it never really goes to fruition. So I I love that. I love that part of the Cross and Sword Discord. I wish more people start doing that. And that is one of those like things that provide good communication and good conversation with people. I wish more people did it often. For me, I'm not really too big on Discord except if I'm communicating with everybody just to find out what they're doing. So I don't put too much time and energy. J Charms kind of helps me run Discord when I'm at work, and I just kind of chime in from there. Yeah, I can't even lie.
So BT said also I leave links and in-game pics there for when I can only
Part
part
screen.
screen.
Okay. Okay. But all in all, you gotta have Discord if you're. I feel like you have to have Discord if you're a streamer, at least communication wise. So
Yeah.
this,
Did you ever
It's really
try the
helpful.
what was Discord's like? If Discord Chevy, then they had the Ford version of it. It's uh, gosh, it was exactly like Discord, but it's a different platform.
I don't think I've ever tried anything other than Discord, and I think I just finally learned how to use the app itself like maybe 3 months ago, and I've been streaming little over a year now. So I am really lost with all of that. I've learned as I go.
Maybe it's
What did he
gilded, maybe.
just?
I'm glad.
What did Theo just write?
Team Slack.
We have had life happen, and we have kind of fell off of communicating in Discord. It is a valuable tool if you use it right. Ventrilo,
I,
Team Speak Slack. Those are different ones.
I think a gilded was the one I was thinking of. I hadn't seen the other two. He would definitely be the person to ask for that stuff. He
Write
knows
those
about
down.
all the stuff.
Yeah, we're writing those down. Write those down for me, IT. We're gonna check those out.
Wait, where's it at?
Sweel's writing them right there. Start from right here.
Oh, okay, I see it.
All
I
right.
would say
Wait, we
that
got in the
Discord is
building.
probably like everybody uses Google search kind of thing,
Right.
and I would compare it to something like that. And then the other ones are like Bing or well, I don't know whatever else you want to
Got you.
whatever other search engine you like to use.
Old ones like Ask Jeeves, Ask.com,
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yahoo,
Gosh.
Wave the God in the building. I appreciate you for being here, bro. Let's get all right. This is gonna be my last personal question, but if this is gonna be my last question as far as just Discord in general and social media.
Okay.
Should other forms of social media be mixed with Twitch? Now, the reason why I asked this question because a lot of streamers have came to me and told me that they feel like mixing different forms of social media, just like Discord, has proven to be either beneficial or brought a lot of problems for them. So, what do you think about mixing different social medias? For me, I feel like personally, it's beneficial. I use Twitter to, promote different things I don't promote on my channel, or just spread different mental health messages throughout the day. Instagram is for game clips, so it's TikTok, but TikTok and Hover is when you want to post game clips with some cool music, cool sounds, and some real content creation, things like that. But other people use these platforms sometimes in ways that you shouldn't use them in. So what would you say about other forms of social media? Can you mix them with Twitch?
I mean, I guess the name of the game is to get yourself out there.
Right.
However, you may be discovered. So if that's through a TikTok or a hover video clip, Instagram, I'm not really good with. I have an Instagram that I rarely look at. Got a Facebook I rarely look at because I am not a huge social media fan anymore. I just get everything just got, it was so wild. It's just I just didn't want to turn it on. It just brought me down. But I mostly use Hover, and then I've started back doing some TikToks. I got kind of discouraged with that because I just could not make headway with anything. I don't understand the algorithm. I don't think anybody truly does, but some people claim they do. But yeah, I mean, even Twitter, I remember when Twitter first came out,
Right.
and I really didn't get on the Twitter train or whatever back in the day. So now that I'm kind of new to it, I've had it for probably 6 months or so now, but it's hard for me to put energy into that because I'm not used to it. And you know how like you just go with something you're comfortable with that you know. So I think it'd be really beneficial to, if I had the time or the want to post to all those things and learn how those platforms work and learn how to get your stuff out there. It would be very useful for anybody to do, but I just I get kind of lazy with that part of it.
Trust me, I completely understand. Trying to maintaining my job, and then sometimes I work on the weekend as well.
Oh yeah.
Just trying to find time to be on social media and actually do those things and just put content to those platforms is a lot. So I completely understand. Sweo top 200 in Hover, yes sir.
Sweet Owens?
Yeah.
I love to.
I had
I
to.
love. I believe it. I love to. I love to
Wow.
hear it. I love to hear it because Sweo is funny as hell.
Yeah, I had to get off TikTok for a while. I was man, that thing will suck you in, and you just don't even realize you've been looking at TikToks for an hour and a half, and your brain feels like mush.
That is a fact. That's how Hover caught me in the beginning. I was like, TikTok for gamers? Oh my god. Then I was
Yeah.
just watching everybody doing so much creative stuff and just posting up funny videos. I got stuck there. Benny is 200. Oh my god. See, Benny, I'm happy for you. I believe that too,
Thank
man,
you.
cuz like I was just telling people before we even got got this show on the road. My boy out here is funny, and my boy got good content, very good content. Dead by Daylight is going to take you up there because that's funny stuff.
I need to get back on it. One thing I would really like to see though is Twitch does not really have a good clips type thing, and that's where a lot of the social media stuff is going to. Even Instagram has their stuff, which it's not as smooth as like TikTok, but Facebook's got clips, YouTube's got shorts, and Twitch has never really invested a lot of time into that, in my opinion.
Right.
But they have Hover right there, and it's still small. And I feel like if they bought it, that would be a game changer for a lot of people. If somehow Hover gets purchased by, I guess, Amazon, who owns Twitch, and then they actually implemented that into their app, they'd probably see more people on their servers and stuff and using the app more, especially if they more money, more advertising. I don't know why they
Absolutely.
haven't done it yet.
No, you're right about that. You ain't never lie about that because I feel like that's such a good thing to capitalize on. Like I just said, TikTok for gamers. That is like amazing right there. And what they're doing on that app, just with I've actually was able to tune into one of their like top 10 shows one time.
Yeah.
What they're doing over there is just amazing, and they give you like rewards and stuff, and they post up like brackets, like a tournament type based, and I
Oh
love
yeah.
the energy that sometimes you can get up there, but it's also one of those hit or miss things, I guess, with their algorithm. Some days you can be really up there, and then some days you'll drop something that just, doesn't even get seen. So it's like, I don't know. The hover is something I'm learning. I'm still learning. TikTok, I actually not too bad on TikTok.
I
Sweo said the top 10 is so funny. I love watching the funny clips. Absolutely, yes, Sweo. I pretty much only watch funny videos if I'm watching anything. I might watch somebody do something crazy like something strategic, probably like a Call of Duty or an Apex. But other than that, I'm really watching funny videos. Sleepy Boy Quispy said I'm awful at all social media. Quispy, welcome to the club. J Charms has to help me with social media sometimes because I'm not really a social person. I'm social as far as if you see me and be and what I do for a living, but other than that, I'm not really too social of a guy. I kind of stay to myself. Sweo put Benny basically has the algorithm down, but damn, he is killing it.
That's not easy.
True.
That is down, and that is good. I love to hear it because somebody's doing it, right? Somebody's doing it because that Hover's crazy. My friend, one of my friends from high school, who was actually a streamer, just laying down. He introduced me to Hover. If anyone doesn't have it in their Discord, I would recommend you telling anyone in the community about Hover. Sweo
Share
put
your
not
link
easy.
so you get those gravity points, man.
Absolutely. Sweo said not easy at all. He has found a way to get up there. I love to hear it. I'm a behind the shadows guy. I hate social media. Oh, Wave is in the building. Speaking of Wave, I remember it was a very crazy time. We got Quispy in here too. I remember a very crazy time where I had to really tell Quispy that I needed him to personally hunt you guys down in Call of Duty and kill you guys because I sucked and I needed him to kill you because I was like, these guys are really making it bad in the lobby by murdering everyone. It was just bad. Like, oh man. See, I've been rocking out on Twitch for such a long time. I remember so many good moments.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
It was just such a good time to be doing this. Like, still is. I'm not gonna say it's not.
Oh, yeah.
But it was such
It
an
was fun.
amazing time when I first started. Like, oh man, loved it. I loved it. Hope you guys loved it.
I really do hope they look at the hover thing. I won't be long winded about this, but I think as Twitch as a viewer on the Twitch platform,
Mhm.
it's getting to be the ads and stuff are starting to ruin it for people.
Absolutely.
And I know they're doing that because of money and since Amazon bought Twitch apparently has been struggling to turn a profit. But if they invested in the short clip deal, okay, then they can probably have a lot more advertisement, pull some of that off of the actual Twitch platform, have people that want to stay longer and not turn the app off because they're not getting hit with the ad every however often.
Absolutely. All right then.
But
I don't. Only time is gonna tell with that, and Amazon buying Twitch is a little scary. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really now?
I really don't hope nothing bad happens. I want to see Twitch grow as far as it can. I'm sorry. Sometimes my co-host Chi Chi likes to be in the background barking. Please don't. Not today. I need this to go. Yeah. No. I need this to go the way I need it to go today. Please leave
looks
me
like
alone.
she's getting hyped up over
Yeah,
there.
she is definitely getting hyped. She wants to be seen. But I'm hoping they fix this issue sooner rather than later. And you're right. Probably some investing in short clips that definitely bring them in some more revenue. But who knows? I don't know. All right.
Sorry,
guys.
I was reading your chat over here, just kind of checking them out, seeing what everybody's talking about.
I know they talk. No, I see a lot. I try to make sure I don't
Yeah.
leave them aside. I need to actually set aside some days to make clips. Me too, Swale. I have so many clips on my console. I need to get rid of them. Sleepy Boy Crispy, because now I'm a demon on Apex. I love to hear it. You need to start streaming too.
I've still yet to play
Chris, you were
Apex,
saying
not even
earlier
one
he's bad
time.
at
You
social
should try it. Because it's free. So if you don't like it, get rid of it. But it is really a fun game if you really if you apply Call of Duty logic to it. Honestly, it's easy. It's really not hard.
I've looked into it, and I've heard it's a lot I mean, it's a battle royale, so you've got the same base deal, but this is the actual gameplay is a lot. From what I've seen, it's a lot faster. And then instead of taking a whole team out, like two guys will take out one guy, and then you rotate and take out, and you like pick them apart. Is what I've seen, but I've never played, so I'm just
No, no,
speculating.
no. You are telling the truth, but the thing is, once you play it on ranked mode, it becomes that and on crack. So it becomes
Oh,
a third party bonanza, and that one team will be fighting those two guys, and then you got five teams waiting for the winner, so they can just come down, and then it's just one big battle right there.
oh
Apex
man.
can really, really have its good and bad days and anger the hell out of you. So I'm not gonna lie. If you do get into that, please stream it so I can see the rage. It's going to be a good show because I'm telling you, it will have you stressed out, have the veins showing, and know a lot. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie to you.
man.
I've streamed Apex probably two times on this platform. I did pretty good. We managed to get 2 wins, but I'm not gonna test my luck this season. I'm not doing well, and they actually changed all the rules about everything. So I'm just not even wasting my time. Quispy was saying
Oh wow.
1v6 early on is going to be really easy, getting all the bots. Yeah, that's true. Suio, basically, I have been playing a lot of Rocket League. I haven't played it yet.
You've never played that
Rocket
yet,
League is
right?
amazing. It's very sweaty. I like watching people stream it because I'm not good. But
Dude.
I definitely watch it. It's fun. I made my conversion from Call of Duty. Yes, Wave has definitely joined the Apex family. It is good to see you here, Wave, with us rocking out and playing some Apex. Okay,
Oh,
guys, but we're getting into the game and we're getting a little bit off of course. Before I'm gonna see one more, read one more, and then we're gonna ask the next question. I'm playing RSI Star Citizen Days Armor. Escape from Tarkov.
Oh, we gotta talk
I
about
got a
that.
PC now, so I'm downloading that as soon as I get the opportunity because I seen a funny skit on YouTube of these guys talking about Escape from Tarkov logic, and it just sounded like the creators made this game to just to make it to stress your life, and I gotta see. It's just as bad as Ark because Ark was probably the only game that like hurt my soul when I played it. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Okay.
I like
Now,
Tarkov.
Benny, we are going to get to the mental health part of the questions.
All right.
I need to know your thoughts on mental health. So, our first question is going to be what I just said. What do you think about mental health?
Uh, well, I think it's, excuse me, something that has been very overlooked for a long time. And not, it's just like, well, just get over it. You'll be, just come on, just put one foot in front of the other. People that have never experienced it have all the advice. If they haven't struggled with it. But I think it's getting, there's more light being shined on it, so it's getting better. Um, and people are getting help that they need, and sometimes it just the fact that that somebody else knows about it makes it a little bit better. Um, Now on the flip side of that, and I'm gonna try to think of how to say this and not be too, but I'm starting to see now where it's getting kind of like the popular thing to have something. Everybody's got something wrong with them, and sometimes they, chalk up maybe just being a little lazy or something like that to, well, my mental health is bad.
I
And
agree.
now on the another note, if your mental health isn't there, it will cause you to feel like that. I mean, you want to get in a hole and not, talk to anybody. You just want to kind of just sit in there. And but I think that'll get weeded out as it goes, and I think it's headed in a positive direction.
Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely agree with that statement about people just making everything about mental health nowadays. Sometimes to just excuse different things like laziness. That is definitely true. That is definitely true. Slurpy tea. It's a seed that don't let plant, don't shed much thought, and if you shine light and water the seed, it grows. Absolutely, absolutely. wave the guide, not to make it about gender, but I feel like men don't get mental health recognition. I actually did start when I first started talking about mental health. That was actually one of the first things that I said. But I think that comes from men, just because of what is an expectation. Men are expected to be the providers, caregivers, and just overall strong. And any showing of weakness is not really allowed, and that's in any culture, race of men. It doesn't
It's
really matter.
dismissed.
That's how it is for us. It's dismissed. You know what
Taken
I'm
as a
saying?
joke.
We're supposed to be strong and make sure things happen. It doesn't really matter. So I'm not. That's crazy. But it's a true statement. It's definitely a true statement. Benny took the words out of my mouth. Sleepy Tea, Slurpy Tea, and you, and Jasmine. True statement. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Second question. I usually just ask this. This is a question I ask everyone, but just so I could get a little glimpse of if mental health is seen in your platform. Has mental health played any roles in your Twitch platform?
Um, so yeah, I mean, you can definitely, I guess, with mine or anybody's as well. Like we said earlier, their demeanor, what they're giving off, how that correlates with what they're putting out. But I've had more of just people that I've met and become close with, and you know, you get to talking or whatever, and you finally open up, and you're like, man, this is really weighing me down or whatever, and then that's where I guess it would be more on my platform. It's just like I said, getting to know people, actually being actual friends, to where we text, check up on each other. I can't go drive down the street and see them, but I talk to them all the time, and if people go through stuff all the time, and
Absolutely.
it's I'm definitely thankful when somebody feels comfortable enough with me that they want to share their load, because I've been there and it sucks. And if I can help anybody with going through something, then I definitely want to, because I would never wish that on anybody, because I've been through it myself. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Respect that, man. I definitely respect that. I appreciate anybody who takes any time to, give people a safe zone for them to just vent what they are venting or need to go through, because you never know what somebody is experiencing on any given day. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
Person could have just lost somebody and they coming in your channel just for a place of just relief. You know what I'm saying? Just
Solace.
something that's a little bit of normalcy for a change. So it's like, it's crazy. I appreciate you for being here, Wade. You have a good one, brother, man. Any RIP. Mental health is so important to talk about since it's kept in silence. Jasmine said, I constantly check on my husband's mental. He finally just started being more open with his mental health.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. That means he's definitely trusting you,
Safe
Jasmine.
space.
That's a safe space for that man. Please keep that way. You need women like that. Slurpy T. Human, the World Within is an amazing documentary. I need to check it out. The Human, the World Within. Oh, okay, I need to check that out. I'm gonna highlight this message when I get out of here, so I can see what's going on with that. Okay, let's get ourselves to the third question. All
All
right,
right.
third question. What and now this question sometimes is a little, it's a tricky one, but be as honest as you can possibly be with us today.
All right.
What is your worst experience involving mental health?
Oh, that was an easy one. So I work on larger equipment, and so I had all the Methodist hospitals where I'm at. So there's like 6, I think it was, and I worked on all their equipment. So every job has its own stresses. Where, like, if people are hot, they're screaming, and I can deal with that. If it's a commercial building or something, and it's like, it's 75 in here, you're okay.
Right.
And then especially now with a lot of people working, from home, it's made that part of it even, like, because you could just go home. I mean, you're sitting in an office punching on a computer here. And I don't feel too sorry for you when I come off a roof that's 115 degrees and you're crying because it's 73. But so I had all those hospitals, and if you lose the air conditioning in a hospital, they evacuate the hospital.
Right.
So I had one time where the equipment I work on is called chillers. There was 3 that ran this children's hospital. I had one down for maintenance, and then 2 of them failed that morning, and it was supposed to be like 95 degrees at like 9:30 that morning, and I started panicking. And then I'd already been kind of stressed for a few months at that point because of just the load of what I was dealing with. But I I started suffering from panic attacks, all that kind of stuff, and I don't know if anyone has experienced a real panic attack. There's a difference between being stressed and a panic attack. A panic attack, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. I started almost like falling out. I had to like lay down, and it's a weird vicious cycle once those start that they don't stop. And then it's like your brain defaults to that if you get stressed and let it take control. It's like, something's not going my way, and then it just builds and builds and builds. And I think once you start having those issues, it's something you really got to stay on top of, because it's like once your brain learns about that, it wants to default to that. And so I struggled with panic attacks for months after that. It would just be over nothing. I'd be. I mean, okay, so for the interview today, if I was in that state still, I probably would have had multiple panic attacks today, just thinking about having to be here to do this. Not that I didn't want to, but like, what's going to happen? What if I'm late? Just any little thing. And so that was probably the worst time of, my lowest point of mental health.
That's crazy. One of the things you said was if anyone has had a genuine panic attack, absolutely. So, it's not about me, it's about you. But I definitely know what a panic attack is. It is not a good feeling. I've actually had a panic attack while J Charms has been here and has had to kind of talk to me and snap me back, because I had like. I don't know if it's a combination of the panic and anxiety attack on top of each other, and I just need someone to tell me that everything is gonna be okay. But yeah, it's not a good. It's not a good feeling. Yes, Jasmine, the heart is racing. Panic attacks. You got to ground yourself. Mental smell, touch, and sound. Absolutely, Slurpee T. Me, it's when locking down myself, as I don't want to bring anyone down. Thinking I'm passing on my mood can be lonely, but it's just a thing. It's horrible. I've ended up in city jail due to it a few times. I'm sorry about that, man. Trust me, mental health is just one of those things that take us to a different place, and sometimes just causes us to do things that just get out of hand, and we kind of spiral. And it's everybody's different. Everybody's definitely different, and panic attacks is one of those things that affect everybody differently, but they are real. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh yeah.
how you deal with it is going to be the make or break. You absolutely, like you said earlier, Betty, you have to get a hold of it once your brain knows that it's happening.
Oh yeah.
Slurpee T said, "Nah, it's good. It's part of growing." Absolutely, and as long as we learn, it's not a bad thing. Yes, you have to. The overall thing, the common ground is learning. You learn. You have to learn from it. Okay, cool. Now let's get a little, on a calmer note. I just want to know, just like I'm a case manager, a mental health case manager, so I speak to clients and counsel them as far as things involving mental health. And one of my jobs is, speaking to them about going to their treatment providers and finding the proper strategies and coping mechanisms to help them without any assistance from anyone while they're in the community. So that brings
Yeah.
me to this question that I'm asking you right now. What would you say to anyone experiencing mental health issues?
Uh, well, I can't encompass every mental health issue in this one statement, because I've,
Absolutely.
like I said, I've suffered from the anxiety, panic attacks, that kind of stuff, and then I've had some bouts with depression a few times, but it just what I've tried to do to stay out of that, either one of those, is for some reason this just stuck in my head. I don't know who said it to me or why, but he said when he goes home he can't sit down if he didn't accomplish something that day, and just doing something, if it's, and it could be as simple as, all right, I walked around the block, I cooked a new meal, something like that, and then just doing something and not just sitting there, because when you sit, that's when it just gets worse and it festers. And another thing that I'm a strong believer in is, like, as humans we get bored, and when we
Right.
get bored we get sad, and then that can go even further. So it's like, if I'm feeling like, just not good, nothing's wrong with me physically, but I just, man, I don't know why I don't want to go to work. I don't know why I just can't make myself get up out of this chair. It's like, do something new. Like, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to get a new expensive hobby, but, like, even if I just would, like, find a new podcast or find a new show on Netflix, it's just something different that breaks that mundaneness of, like, Monday through Friday, you go to work, you come home, you nuke your supper in the microwave, and then you watch TV, and you're like, man, I don't know why I don't feel good. It's because, you're not doing anything different,
Right.
And then the eating and sleeping thing is a big thing too for me. Is you got to get enough sleep. That's a big issue.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people skip on. And eat a salad every once in a while. You might feel a lot better.
Absolutely. Okay, you guys heard it from Benny himself, okay? You heard it.
So,
You gotta make sure you eat, get you a nice sleep, get you a salad once in a while, you guys. Nothing wrong with salad. There's nothing wrong with it. Tastes good. Nigel Uno in the building. I appreciate you for being here, Black Man. How is everything going? I appreciate you for enjoying the stream, Your Mama's Lips. I appreciate it. Jasmine, boredom equals sadness equals depression. Absolutely. One thing about me is I hate being left alone with my own thoughts. I go through a lot of things personally, or a lot of things I try to avoid sometimes. And 10 minutes with my own thoughts sometimes can depress me. I don't like it. So I try to put something else on to focus. Slurpee tea, food is key. Absolutely. J Charm said, agreed. The quarantine brought out a lot of that from me. Slurpee tea said, I learned to build a PC. That saved me once. Focus the mindset. Absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Nigel Uno, you already know, got to drop in for the stream. I appreciate you. Any RIP, boredom is a huge contribution to mental health. When I'm bored, I eat, sleep, and think of lost loved ones. Good conversation. I'm happy you could find something to relate to, Any. That's why we're here. Slurpee tea, there are certain foods out there, superfoods. No, absolutely. That I am aware of. Chi Chi, I don't know what you just did on this floor, but I am not happy with you. Okay, now we are getting to our last question, but I have to do this because I do this every time and say the intro because I got my boy Benny here. It's your boy Vessiah 40 the Villain Gamer, and this is the channel where we talk mental health and play video games because why not? I am here with the one and only Bennytwoblades for episode 26 of season 3, joined by the beautiful J Charms OTVW and my crazy dog companion Chi Chi, and I'm happy to be here, guys. It's a good time and I'm enjoying myself. We're just talking and sharing energy. I'm happy everyone could pop in, show love, lurk me, whatever it was. But Villain Gang definitely appreciates you. Now, Benny, I'm gonna ask you this last question before I get into the sidebar question, because has mental health issues affect has mental anything let me no has mental health issues affected anyone you love?
If you go down my family, there's some people that suffered with depression and stuff like that, and they I was a little young to pick up on those kind of things the last I can remember, but I would say that definitely your mental health will affect your partner, and that was the biggest one. Is like, she was here through all of it, and I don't know how I would have made it out of it without her. She's so it affected her negatively as well. It's, as bad as you feel, like the people around you, it's affecting them as well. So that was I guess, the big one there.
Yeah, mental health issues is kind of something that is genetic in my family. My grandmother suffered from schizophrenia. That was as far as I know, as far as you can possibly go. I've been fortunate to have had it skip over me and a couple others as well. But it's we do have a couple of family members that it did go to. We just we don't treat anybody different here. But at the end of the day, it's just something that we work together as a village to try to
Yep.
uplift that person and make sure they don't feel any different than everybody else because we don't know the battle that they're internally dealing with.
100%.
Okay, now I want to ask you a sidebar question, which is
Okay.
very, very simple question. What should the people of Twitch expect from Benny2Blades?
It is it is hard to say right now with the baby blades being here. I'm really enjoying spending time with her, and but I'm hoping to just keep at it. Maybe I honestly I'd like to get into some, like, maybe some skits or something like that.
Love to hear it.
That's Yeah, just some different games. Keeping it fresh and fun, but that, and then I'm exploring some long form stuff, like on YouTube and things like that, uploading longer videos. Not just live streaming, but like actually putting something together and making something clean and looking good that could be it's funny, or however we end up landing with it. But that's one thing I do really enjoy, is like, I think it's something I didn't say earlier, is like that I do enjoy about Twitch is like it's a creative outlet, and I feel like people need that. Whether it's you like woodworking or whatever, but that's I think it's a good place for that.
I love to hear it, man. I'm looking forward to it. I know for a fact I'll be looking forward and looking out for a Benny Two Blade stream. And as it's DBD, I'm gonna be in there the whole time. I'm gonna be in there talking junk and just happy to see somebody get slaughtered. Sweel, there is some people in my life that I don't know how they get through stuff. Sweel, trust me. I always say to J Charms, I never take my life too seriously because there are people going through so much more worse things than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have four walls. I'm able to talk to you guys. I'm able to have a job that allows me to buy a set to be able to even have this conversation. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Like, I pay rent. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's not like life is. But there are people who are hungry. You know what I'm saying? There are people who are starving. There are wars like Ukraine. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I never get too into my life. You know what I'm saying? It gets bad for me, and yeah, sometimes I have to be selfish and give time to myself. But I don't make. It's not about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one guy inhabiting a big ass planet. So it's crazy. Sweel said B2B, aka Dr. Lil Ill Mannered. Just kidding. Slurpee T wrote a bunch of superfoods, so I'm gonna highlight this message because I didn't even know that, and I need this for me. Jasmine Chi Chi is back there,
Yes,
acting
she
up. I
is.
know you guys can't see it because I put my back to her, but she was literally tearing up a ball of tissue, and I looked at her. That's why you keep seeing me turn around in the camera, because she keeps doing stuff, and I'm like, I need you to not be a demon, so I can just get through the stream, and then we can do whatever you want to do after that. Okay. All right, Benny. Before you get out of here, is there any? Do you have any questions for me?
I was kind of curious to see, what your plans were. Do you have anything coming up for? I know you want to. I'm assuming you want to build this interview thing up more. Are you? Are you gonna take that further, and maybe if it becomes a thing one day where you go and meet people live and interview them, or
Oh, absolutely. When it if it ever rewards itself to that point, I will.
yeah.
Right now, this is you would be the fifth interview that I've done. So now I'm kind of like just figuring out the whole interviewing thing, how to get comfortable with it, talking for long periods of times, not getting nervous around people because before every interview, I've had the chance to speak to you guys, talk to you guys beforehand. But even before the interviews, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? I'm nervous to talk to you, and I'm like, I don't know why are you being weird. Like for me, like I'm telling myself in my head, like why are you being a weirdo? Like why are you like what are you scared of? And I'm just like, I'm trying, like I'm getting past that, or just trying to figure out this timing and getting everything together. But you guys are gonna see a lot more interviews. I finally figured out the mental health part of it. When I first started my stream, every stream I did was dedicated to mental health. I've now downsized that to one stream. I do one mental health stream, one interview, 2 days on the weekend where I can just play whatever game I want to play. I freestyle it and kind of just have fun. Like we don't talk any mental health. You can, but we just go in there. We just have a nice time. Whoever shows up, shows up. So that's kind of like my non-serious days. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
coming to season 4, you guys can just expect me to, yes, take this a lot further. One thing I do want to do, yes, before I end the next season, is a personal interview where I where I personally get to sit down and interview the person. So yes, Benny, I am trying to
That'd
do
be
that.
awesome.
Those interviews though, I also, just like this one, after a little bit of time, I'm gonna trim it up and fix it up and post this on YouTube. So yeah, I definitely plan to take this YouTube thing to the moon. I mean, this interview thing to the moon, and just continue to push the conversation of mental health. Like
Oh man,
I want people to talk about mental health. I want people to want to talk about it and not feel judged always.
that's awesome. You could take it in a bunch of different directions too. It's going to be really cool to see.
And please, man, you gave me this suggestion, so I hope you continue to just be an ally, continue just giving me support and just shooting me some personal direct messages. If you have any suggestions, as you can see, I listen to them, and they just birth good and creative things. So I'm happy that you even gave me this idea to just do interviews with people involved and have talk about mental health, because this is not something that I wanted to do. It was just going to be a lot of the same thing, and I found myself stuck for a while. So this has provided me with more of a clean slate, and now I know what to do as far as it, and it's not like a pressure thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? I can flow with
Yeah.
this, and it'll never be a stressful issue. So I do appreciate you for that, man.
No, it's no problem. I'm glad
One
that
tip,
you.
Messiah, might want to raise the cam up so your face is all in the picture and center. Now, Thuio, I have been fighting with this camera since the
Oh,
very beginning
stream.
of the stream. I just decided to be like, hell, F it, and left it there. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Some days this camera be hitting, some days it don't. I'm not gonna lie. Maj is still in the building. Your mama lives road. That's what happens when Mom Dukes want a PC too. It's so stupid. Looks like you got one hand. Yo, Slurpee TV carved the way for the youth. It's actually up to the people like us to make it happen.
Yes,
That is
sir.
a fact. That is a fact.
Yes, sir.
Now, guys, I am getting ready to get out of here and go on a 2-minute intermission, and I will play some Fall Guys after this. Benny, you need to play some Fall Guys, man. Get into it.
You download
It's a good game. It's a good game. I recommend it. It will have you raging though. That's a game of rage, not a game of cosplay, but more of a game of anger. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a very angry game there. But yes, guys,
I do.
I am. No, go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I was just sorry. No, I'm not good at interviewing, but I downloaded it, so I'm gonna give it a look at it and hopefully get some in with you at some point.
Okay, whenever, man, just let me know. Yeah, Jasmine, I'm gonna play Fall Guys. If anyone is interested, J Charms is actually gonna throw my PSN in the chat, and I will see whoever wants to join me when I come back from intermission. So I will be getting out of here now. I appreciate you so much, Benny, man. Again, I'm grateful that
No
you
problem.
graced us with your presence and even came and agreed to do this show. If anybody else wants to do an interview on the Vessiah show, let me know. Guys, Benny's social medias have been added to the chat. We have all of Benny's social medias. Please shoot my boy a follow. You will not be disappointed in the content. If I am lying, you can unfollow me right now. Now, I appreciate everyone for being here. This was such a great time on the Vessiah show with our guest Benny2Blades. And I'm telling you right now, like I said, there's only one of this guy. Follow the content, see the show. He is from the Crossing Swords Discord. It is a good time. And I do have some more interviews planned. Guys, hit your boy up for an interview. Some of you I'm gonna personally, be reaching out anyway. But the rest of you, come get interviewed. I want to highlight you. I want people to see you. And I also just want to know your thoughts on mental health. It picks my brain. All right. I told everybody a few times my overall job I want to be when I get older is a forensic psychologist, which means I get to determine if someone who is serving trial is mentally competent or not. So, we'll see. Till then, let's go on intermission. Benny, I'll see you later, man.
I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir.